All right, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? We got war number 7 here, going up against TWG, the Worst Generation Alliance. These guys, they had some okay placements. Maybe a few rank 4s on defense. Ultimately, we did end up winning handily. These guys, they probably need a little more practice. They did give up a lot of deaths. But it was a fun war overall. We had some bonehead deaths ourselves, but we learned from it and we move on, right? So, Human Torch, Spider 99, and Hercules bans. Spider 99 it's a pretty good ban. He's good on paths. There's probably better options, like She-Hulk. But Spider 99 on, versus the war boss is just nuts. That minus 75% damage is just crazy. So I get why some alliances, they ban Spider 99. You're also taking out, Anti-Venom. Not that a lot use him, but he is a good champ. I think it's just that he's newer, so he hasn't really gained a lot of traction yet. But yeah, so I mean, Spider 99 can basically take any opponent on as a war boss and generally linked. A lot of top 10 alliances will do the boss rush strategy and just take the boss linked to free up the global, to remove the global for everybody else. So I get it. I get why that ban's there, but now you're leaving Ghost on the table, and we did we let loose with Ghost in this one. We had one or two guys running Ghost, and then Ghost just slays. But all right, so I got 9 fights this war, 7A, which is, it's become a pesky lane. This conflictor on the first node, it's usually Longshot here. Mojo, he was a pushover. I've got better at this node since I've fought it now a few times. You just play it stun immune. So I go in here and I just play the node stun immune essentially, so you don't have to worry about conflictor. Her level 1 and her level 2 both inflict debuffs. The level 2 though is the Petrify, so that'll actually work against the conflictor and reduce the power gain. But yeah, ultimately, it wasn't bad at all. I'm a little worried about Longshot because he's on Vivified, and neither of my champs are Incinerate immune. There's actually no Incinerate immune Defiance champs, attackers. But yeah, Mojo falls over. So, but yeah, Longshot wasn't bad. Max Petrify, plus the combat power rate, a whole pre-fight set, but the combat power rate, again, is minus 25%. Siphoner 25. Yeah, 25%, and then Max Petrify is another 30%, so you're talking about, minus 55% combat power rate per heavy with Mr. Fantastic. So that's just huge. And so it's a lot of parry heavy on this one that you want to stack, until you get to level 2, stack that second combat power rate and the other pre-fights. Typical Mr. Fantastic play. Just gotta watch the level 1 from Longshot. He'll try to catch you on the dash back, and obviously the level 2. If he's pure of heart, that level 2, I think it just activates the Incinerate regardless. It doesn't matter if you block it, if you avoid it. I got stuck there because I was trying to parry as I got up, and clearly it didn't work. But yeah, I think it inflicts Incinerate regardless. He just activates it and you get Incinerate. You don't die immediately from that, but it's shortly after where your whole life bar just drains, unless you have an Incinerate immune. So yeah, the way planning worked out, I took this lane as opposed to 2A, and then same thing with Doom on the other side of the map in tier 1. But yeah, it worked out. Just a lot of parry heavy. And then I careful studied his level 1. And and I ended up finishing this one with the level 1, the extra debuff. I think I finished with 8 total pre-fights, which is sweet. Now we're going to, I had no middle minis between tier 1 and tier 2. I had Chavez on the defective defense node, which is often, I don't know, it varies. It's often Doom, I think. Yeah, Doom is here a lot because he's got that block penetration. Sassy, we see him. But yeah, I've gotten really good at fighting Chavez. You just have to know how her parallel dimensions work, like which ones to essentially activate and which one and when. And you activate them by interrupting her heavy. She has 3 hits in her heavy, but you actually activate each one depending on when you interrupt her heavy. So if you interrupt after the first hit, it's I don't remember the name of them. It's like Utopian, Negative, and what's the other one? Utopian Parallel, Negative. Utopian Parallel is there. That's the first one, and then all the way is Negative Zone, and then I don't remember the second one. But the second one is essentially the one you want to stay away from because that's the reverb. But yeah, you just play this node 7 unit. That the block penetration from the disorient is a little annoying, but it's not too bad, especially when you've got class advantage. Yeah, she just falls over. I mean, yeah, She-Hulk for the win. But yeah, after that, so you want to stay away from that middle one because that's reverb on everything. And it hurts. It you know, it won't necessarily kill you, but it definitely hurts, and it lasts a while. Negative Zone, if you activate that one last, and she throws a level 2, it's going to be unblockable. So Negative Zone it's fine. It's just bad if she's at or close to a level 2. You don't want to activate that one last. But yeah, you just got to study her. Obviously, practice. I mean, I'm comfortable fighting her now. At first, when she was for a while, no one knew how to fight her. I guess no one took the time or really understood her. But yeah, she's not bad, especially with She-Hulk. Class advantage and all. This fight's a joke. My 50% health wore off. I didn't expect to actually get to her, but the guy taking 9 nans, he moved up. And I was like, oh, okay, well, the rest of my boosts are running. I'll just go ahead and, get her down so I can move next to Dorm. I got Domino and then Dormammu after this, and then Surfer at the end on the shared node. But yeah, I mean, rank 4 Nimrod, Domino, I mean, it's a joke. He can just, I activated 25% level 3 reduction. Just in case, but I may not have even done that. I mean, he doesn't need it, all that armor. And then, he just jumps level 2 and she just falls over. Nimrod is just such a broken OP. It's ridiculous. Against mutants, it is just a hack. Yeah, Domino, man. She was such a good defender for so long. She's still tricky, but with Nimrod out there, and even Ultron, it's, no bueno. Dormammu, we're gonna go 2 pre-fights, Petrify and Combat Power. And who was it? Kaz running 8B. He brought Mr. Fantastic, so he went ahead and placed 2 on Surfer. So I've got 4 going to Boss Island, which is nice. Dorm is extra large, so you get the extra parry stun time duration, which is great. Yep, you get that extra medium, heavy. Let's go ahead and do some corner rotating here. Throw the level 1. Another one. All right. And level 2. Yep. This node changed. There's no indestructible when you reach level 2 anymore, and there's no more kinetic. It's aspect of evolution, rich get richer, essentially. So if you don't have buffs, She-Hulk, Mr. Fantastic both do very well. I'm going to lean She-Hulk just because she can get that Petrify up, her own Petrify, very quickly, whereas Mr. Fantastic, he can start with the smaller one that he has, but then, you know, you got to level 2, you have to throw it, so you got to stack them. So it takes a little longer to start, you know, suppressing the power. Meanwhile, they're probably gaining power level time. Aspect of evolutions come into play each time they cross a bar threshold, so yeah, I like She-Hulk, but yeah, Mr. Fantastic can certainly do this, no question, and he does it very effectively. I just, you know, if I'm running both, I'm just going to She-Hulk level 1 start, and then just rotate to level 2s. I do full yellow bar this guy, which, huge fan. You know, you gotta conserve those pots these days, guys, you know? Gotta conserve those pots. I've been buying the loyalty pots. Still have plenty from the compensation, but I've been buying the loyalty pots one a day of like the 2,500 and then up. None of the team, but one of each of 2,500. What is it? 6,500 and then 9K, I think. Those 3, one of each day, and then after that, hopefully, you know, pending deaths or, you know, getting crippled in a fight, gonna start hoarding that loyalty. I would like to get 6-star UC, Unstoppable Colossus. I would like to do that, but it'll be a while. You know, I gotta have my safety net of plenty of loyalty. I think I got about 2 million. That spacing. Right in the face. Wake up medium. Wow. Yeah, I didn't mean to push him to level 2 there. I went for that one. So I went for an evade here. Just because of that, you know, it hurts on block. I risked it. But I did I have that vulnerability running here? I don't remember. If no, I didn't, because I ran the invulnerability for the next fight, Tigra, and then Sassy boss. Another one. Rotate. One more. Let's go. Bum. He's concussed. Tigra. I haven't seen her on this node in a long time. They had Mangog on the left side of the map in tier 2. Tigra. She's tricky. She's slippery, I should say, because, you know, you don't get that extra parry stun time. The parry stun goes pretty quickly, and you gotta commit to that level, or you gotta commit to the heavy. Definitely have to keep slow up against her, because otherwise her specials are unblockable. You don't want to deal with that. Was it weakness and slow? Maybe exhaustion? Or I know weakness and slow for sure. It might be exhaustion also. And this right here was a little late on my heavy. I was lucky right there. See how she stands there and just waits for me to parry, to attack so she can parry. But AI was nice there. You know, I was slow on my heavy recovery, or you know, slow reaction time. I nail it here though. Ooh. Wait for that. Parry. Yeah, I mean, probably an okay placement against other attackers, but She-Hulk, nah. This was fun. We were actually gonna send an I-Bomb here, because I-Bomb just does great against Sassy here too. You just gotta kind of wait out the Wrath of Tanarak and Unstoppable and all that, but he was busy, he had to work, so I was like, man, great. I like taking Sassy. I took him in off-season as War Boss with She-Hulk, and I almost soloed unboosted. I have 1% health left on him, And but you know, it was a fun fight. I've practiced a lot against him, and yeah, this went well. This went real well. So you don't need the Mr. Fantastic pre-fights at all. She-Hulk can handle this fight on her own, no problem. But I had him, and you know, I was like, well, might as well. So you kind of need to corner yourself in order to gain enough power to get to a level 2, essentially. But while you do that, you need to corner yourself so you can land these heavies, because you can't heavy counter his heavy in space. It won't work. But yeah, so I wanted to keep the Mr. Fantastic pre-fights up, just, you know, to challenge myself, see if I can do it. So I do this till I get to almost a level 2 here, and then you know, you dig in. And once you get the momentum going, once you get the rhythm going in this fight, then you can essentially counter heavy a lot of his level 2, really. So you see, I try to push him to level 2 each time. I won't finish my full 5-hit combos if it's not gonna push him to a level 2. Counter the level 1. Have that spacing down. Right there. Oh yeah. See how I just stop it short and then bait heavy? Because I want to push him to a level 2 so I can counter it and knock him down with the heavy. Boom. That's the strategy here. And yeah, I lose my Fury stack right here, but it's not important. You don't need it. You're gonna get Furies regardless. Yeah, they do taunt him, but the more important part here is landing those heavies to keep him from, you know, unstopping on you. Counter to level 1. Got a nice flow going. And she also gets, if he was unstoppable for a bit and I countered with the heavy, she got that big Fury from that. It blends in with their other ones, but it is a bigger Fury. I think that's why one of my level 2s hit for like 49 or something. But yeah, no, this is a good fight. I liked it. But yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it helps any of you guys and gals, She-Hulk players out there. I'll keep them coming. And we will catch you in the next one. Peace.